In this lecture we are going to conceptually define the idea of organized behavior on a price chart. The notion that financial markets are complex is not new, and it has its origins on the fact that price is the ultimate representation of a multivariate entity. In other words, the normal behavior of price tends to be chaotic since the price chart is a condensation of an enormously complex entity that we call market. Based on this idea, we can take advantage of the moments where price seems to behave in an organized way. The idea of organized behavior in a price chart is directly related to the idea of market intervention and market manipulation, and it's one of the fingerprints that large traders leave in price. Organized behavior that is purposefully generated is usually employed as a weapon to generate the von Restorff effect. In other words, when traders see price behaving in a certain way, they assume unconsciously that there is not much doubt about the immediate future of price. I say unconsciously because most traders have no idea that markets suffer from manipulation in the way we are talking about in this course. If you remember the first lectures of the course, you will remember that the von Restorff effect is grounded on an automatic response. In other words, our attention is naturally attracted to something that stands out, so if we see an organized behavior in the middle of an apparently chaotic behavior, that's where our attention will go. However, the fact that our attention shifts like that is not the real problem. The problem is how we deal with this phenomenon. If you don't know how large traders operate, your focus will be modulated according to this bias, and you will not even notice it. If you are aware there is such a thing called von Restorff effect and you can sort of see it from the outside perspective, you will gain an advantage over the other traders because you will be able to recognize how this bias will be used to mislead traders. Let's try to define what the organized behavior in price is in a conceptualized manner. The way this price pattern usually emerges is by respecting a few simple guidelines. These guidelines are that each and every candle produces a higher high and a higher low in the case of an upward movement or a lower high and a lower low in the case of a downward movement. The other guideline is that the volatility of these candles seems to be similar in most cases. These are guidelines, which means that they are not rules. This is what generally happens, but it does not have to be exactly like that. That's the way this price pattern appears roughly speaking. The most important thing is that you become capable of identifying an apparently chaotic and natural price behavior, and the difference to an organized price behavior. The difference should be quite clear in a price chart if you look close enough. This is one of the reasons why you should not have too much price information on the chart to start your analysis, otherwise you will not be able to zoom close enough to see these price nuances.